Hello and welcome to another brand new episode of Generation. Today we are going to meet up with an active young Mongolian who is passionate about the IT sector, Sunduijav, Delegdulam. Sunduijav is in the 9th grade at Ulaanbaatar School number 11. He is also an English language and computer teacher at Girilt Center. He dreams of becoming a successful IT engineer in Mongolia. This morning, as usual, Sunduijav is at his school in Ulaanbaatar.
Hello there, and thanks for having me here. My name is Sunduijav. I'm currently 14 years old. I study in 11th school. I'm currently in 9th grade. And thanks for watching me through my progress.
He's been to several schools, starting with school number 116 from grade 1 to 5, followed by King's Kids Secondary School from grade 6 to 8. School number 116 was a good school, where he had many amazing friends who were ready to help him at any time. Please tell us a bit about your morning routine.
My typical day starts with me preparing for school. I have to get up at 6 a.m. So my school starts at 9 a.m. so I have to prepare for school. And then at 8 a.m. I go out and then I go to school. Someone will drive me there. And my typical day starts with me in school. I chat with my friends for 20 minutes, and then at 9, my school will begin, and the lessons will go on until 3:20 p.m.
What are your favorite classes?
My favorite lessons, I'm mostly interested in history, biology, and chemistry because I feel like learning about science and history is going to help me in my future.
At King's Kids, he wanted to improve his English, make more friends, and get a feel for what it was like going to a typical school, not one designed to teach students with blindness or visual impairment. Now he is in 9th grade at school number 11. Do you have a lot of friends at school?
Yes, I have a lot of friends in my class and in school. They help me out a lot. They help me to do my lessons, they help me to do my homework, and they give me advice about what to do in the school.
His school is welcoming and most of the friends he's made there are in his class. All of his classmates help him with everyday tasks. Most of them are kind to him and treat him like a regular person. He doesn't put any burdens on his friends and they treat him with respect. The school staff is also very helpful and helps him with his schoolwork. How do you spend your school day?
School days are generally mundane. It's good. My friends help me a lot. I participate in the lesson and I'm pretty active. All my teachers say that I'm pretty active, and first my teachers didn't really understand me at first because when I transferred here I wasn't really active. I didn't know what to do. But after like 2 months or so, they were like, okay, we know how to treat him like real student. And now I'm like comfortable with my classmates.
What have your goals been for the last 3 years?
My goals in the last 3 years were learn how to produce some music, fit into my school, and learn how to do everything with computers. I learned the computers at the end of 7th grade, and I really got better at it as the time went by, so I'm pretty sure that I can't really be in any difficult situations because I didn't learn anything, so yes.
What subjects are you most interested in?
I'm interested in the information technology field because I want to help people out with their daily lives by developing software. Because I feel like people need someone, I feel like blind people also need my help in establishing their everyday lives and making it as easy as possible. So I develop easy-to-use software. I'm planning on working with many organizations to help the blind people and everyday people out.
Can you tell us about your family and some of your most memorable moments?
Alright, I have 4 members in my family: my mom, my sister, and my dad. We lived in an apartment, and then my most memorable childhood memory is that I used to get lots of rewards from singing contests. I have a good singing voice, so I used to get a lot of awards, and also people used to help me with everything, including homework, school, and how to learn computer, how to do homework, and how to do my lessons correctly. And they also helped me through guiding me through the city. So I'm pretty thankful to them for making my childhood easy to live by.
His lessons are finished for today. Our next destination is Girilt Center, located in the city center. He is interested in music, especially playing the piano, and even composed original music. Let's join him while he plays the piano.
Welcome to Girilt Center. This is our organization. Basically, we help kids learn art and sports and teach them languages and teach them the art of music and sports such as football and volleyball. I come here once or twice a week, so I can study and teach other kids my age or lower and socialize and hang out with my friends.
Did you know? Girilt Center is a non-governmental organization that offers educational courses to children with disabilities. The goal of the Girilt Center is to provide enrichment through arts and sports. The goal of the Girilt Center is to provide enrichment through arts and sports. Courses also include language and computer classes, recognizing that greater access to information and communities online opens doors for many people with blindness or visual impairment. What instruments do you enjoy playing?
I enjoy playing the piano. Sometimes I enjoy playing the keyboard, the synthesizer, and composing music.
How long have you been playing the piano?
I've been studying piano for 4 years. There's a teacher who helped me all the way through. He helped me study piano and how to play it, how to competently play it. So we studied for 4 years. We learned everything about piano and how to play it effectively. So yes, I studied for 4 years and I'm still playing piano to this day. That means 6 years.
His main piano teacher was Batbot from school number 116, who has had a positive influence on Sunduijav. Batbot is an amazing teacher, and Sunduijav deeply respects him. Sunduijav has been learning how to play piano for 4 years. What was the most challenging thing about learning to play instruments?
The most challenging and probably the most difficult thing I have learned is that instruments, no matter how easy they might sound and how easy they might sound to play, you have to be really precise and really careful about what you do. You have to make the melodies sound good.
Do you have a role model?
Yes, I have many role models. Many of them are great music composers now, such as Naviro. He used to compose piano music. Now he composes hardstyle music, and I still like his compositions. I listen to them all the time and I try to play them on the piano sometimes.
Sunduijav has written more than 40 pieces of music, some of them over 3 minutes long. He loves playing his original music. He says the next time he writes new music, he will create a piece that's not only for the piano, but also for other instruments like the guitar and synthesizer. Since graduating from piano class, he started playing various instruments and listening to new music. He really enjoys music and is inspired by the melodies he hears to create his own.
So back in 2021, I had a friend. I had many like friend who doesn't live in Mongolia. So I talked to that friend and we decided to collaborate and compose a melody, and we completed it this year. And I decided to play that on the piano without the additional synthesizers and other instruments, because I felt like that really had to bring a change that probably had many emotions that it relayed. So yes, I created this with my friend and we're playing it. So I made one song back 1 year ago. It's called Drowning. It's basically about people's problems and how to deal with them. Basically, I wrote the song as a parody to many of my favorite artists. So I'll sing one verse of it. 7 tries, 7 fails. I try to get myself under control. 7 success. Try to be myself. You wait until your problem is solved. You wait until you find success in life. You wait until your problems are solved, and then you will find true success.
What kinds of songs have you composed?
I compose mostly in the relaxed genre. Sometimes I compose in the fast rush type of genre. And while I compose the music, I always write it in sheets, and it becomes sheet music that I can read later and play on the piano. So yeah, I have composed a lot of melodies, probably 6 or 7. Ever since I learned how to play piano, I composed 7 or 8 pieces.
Have you participated in any music competitions?
Yes, a couple of them. I have participated in about 2 or 3 instrumental competitions. I won in 2nd place in one competition. We were on 8 teams of 2, and we had to play the piano. We had to get a piece, a composition to play. We had to read the notes, and then we had to actually go up on the stage and play it. And then I took 2nd place for best describing the piece and playing it successfully.
Now we are going to Girilt Center for Training and Development classes. He works there as an English language and computer teacher. He used to spend 3 hours a day studying English. He was able to get a high IELTS score and is now preparing to study abroad.
I come here every Saturday to teach my 2 well-known subjects, English and computers. I'm pretty well at it, and the kids like my teaching ways as well.
How did you learn English?
So at 2nd grade, I decided to learn the English language because I thought it would be better that I learn it, and I would need it for my future, and I would need the English language to go to maybe college or a good university abroad. So I decided to learn the English language by, for example, I learned most of them on my own. They're really helpful schools that helped me learn the grammar and all of the advanced aspects of English. For example, I went to JET, the school for English, there for a month, and I got way better at English than I used to be. I also studied at King's Kids, the English school, for 3 years, 6th grade to 8th grade. And after I learned English, I decided to help out the people who are actually in need of learning English because I want to better their future.
What responsibilities do you have as a teacher at Girilt Center?
As a teacher, I have to teach the kids about the English language and the computers. I have to explain to them easily how everything works, and I'll have to work with them one by one. And my responsibilities are that no matter what, I should be formal and polite to the kids. I shouldn't be that informal much during my lessons.
Sunduijav has been teaching for 1 year. He is a unique teacher. He truly understands the situation his students are in, so he tries to be more flexible when teaching. He feels that if he can educate these children the best he can, someday they might achieve what he has and fondly remember him as a good teacher. That's why he's always excited to teach them everything he knows to the best of his ability. Which part of your work excites you the most?
There are currently 7 or 8 students that I teach. Most of them have disabilities, some of them are blind. Most of them are blind and visually impaired. And also, there are a few additional kids who are sighted and has no disabilities, but they still decided to get enrolled in Guild Center. So I'm happy that they did. I'll try my best to teach them as best as I can.
What is currently your main focus?
My main focus currently is to teach the kids and make them into useful, technology is easy to come by for normal people. So I thought it really isn't easy to find lessons that are effective and accessible for disability people. So I try to raise awareness by telling these people, oh yes, there is an education class that's going here and it's pretty effective. It allows people to learn effectively and simply by listening to the teacher and doing whatever the teacher tells them to do, such as exercises, not too difficult ones. So my main goal is to promote how people are learning with disabilities as much as people without disabilities.
He had trouble with learning in the first few years of school. The main problem was not being able to read books. But ever since the 8th grade, those problems disappeared when OCR technology became available. This year, those problems are behind him thanks to OCR tools. Now his main struggle is getting his teachers to understand how he does his work. He does whatever he can to make them understand, which works most of the time. He feels that things are working out well. How do you see yourself in the future? What's the main thing you would like to achieve over the next 10 years?
My long-term goals are to become a good programmer and a good software developer, and also become a good producer so I can produce music to potentially make people happier.
Thank you, Sunduijav, for sharing your day with us. What advice would you like to give to the younger generation?
Alright, so to any people that are watching, I want to say that although it might be difficult to learn all of this, just know that your future depends on what you learn, so don't give up and don't think that people won't help you. They will help you no matter what your goal is, and everyone has their own goals, and some of them might match up with you, so they might help you, and I think they will help you. So don't give up on anything and keep moving forward, because I think that's the way to succeed.
Well, this is where this episode of Generation comes to an end. Today we had the chance to meet a young guy who has developed himself in many ways. We have learned from our guest how important it is to be diligent and understanding. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you again in another 2 weeks.